Oh, fucking God. What kind of day is this? I just woke up and my car is gone. My car is gone. My car is gone. My car is gone. What the fuck? I just woke up, threw on some clothes, and I just happened to walk past the window and my car is gone. I am behind on the note. What in the fuck am I even supposed to do? God damn, when it rains, it fucking pours, man. I was going to send them a payment today. I sent them a payment last week. I can only do so much with $400 coming from disability every week. Like, it's not even enough to pay the bills. Oh my God, my car is gone. My car got repossessed. I'm sorry, I keep repeating the same thing because I'm just like, what the fuck? Now I have to figure out how I am supposed to make life work, because there's no way that I can pay the amount to get my car back and move in. Oh, fucking God.
Yeah, that's tough. That's definitely tough. Victoria in the comments she said, got my car repossessed in May. Guess what? Life's still going on. This too shall pass. And yeah, it'll pass. But here's the thing, you know, it's to be expected. You didn't pay your stuff for a while. It sounds like it's been a little while since you paid your car payment. But I mean, life is really designed to build us and continue to make us more capable anyway. So anything I've ever gone through, or whatever the case, it's just made me better. I'm happier after the fact for it. But I can understand in the moment not being able to see things from that perspective, especially not have your car. I can get it. I remember I still owed on a car. I was still making payments on a car. This was my second car. My first car, actually, the engine blew out like 2 weeks after I got it. Luckily, I was able to get my money back for that. But then my second car, the engine blew out on Christmas. And like I said, I still owed on the balance. Obviously, the car was shot. I had to get another car. But I still had to maintain those payments, which I didn't have to maintain them. Fortunately, I had enough saved to where I was able to just pay off the rest of the balance. But it was still significant. It was significant for me to have to pay that. So, but I'm like I said, I remember those days, and sometimes those days when I was struggling, when I used to be driving and my car used to be shaking at the light to where it would just shut off and I'd have to restart the ignition anytime I would come to a stop. I actually remember those days, and I'm appreciative of those days. So I can get it. It's not going to be easy in the moment, but you just got to keep moving forward. You got to try to problem solve the best that you can, and you'll get other skills throughout that process as long as you just keep moving forward and you don't allow yourself to be paralyzed by it. Y'all, before we get into the next clip, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's literally just a click. So if you're here anyway, you might as well click that like button. And then also, if you can hype the video as well.
They're literally repoing my car and I missed one payment. That's so ridiculous. One payment.
The caption says, "My car got repoed. I give up." Nah, sir. I see a baby in your hand. I'm looking here. Look like you got other kids too. You can't give up, man.
They're literally repoing my car and I missed one payment. That's so ridiculous. One payment. Literally repoing. I'm going, wait. What? Can't even get any of my belongings out. All because I missed one payment. Literally taking my car for no reason, man. No reason. So ridiculous, bro. I missed one payment. That's what I get. So ridiculous. Alright, talk to you later. So ridiculous, man. You don't even have to take it. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Put it back down. Give it back to me. I need it. Bro, I'm going with you, bro. You ain't going. You're not leaving, bro.
Whoa. Hey, man. I see the tats on your face and all that type of stuff. That's already an indication that you're a crash out. But I wasn't expecting you to actually live up to it, sir. You're going to hold on to the hitch when he's just about to pull off while you still have your baby in your hand. Is this dude serious? Is this dude out of his mind? And nobody in the comments is even mentioning that. Look at this. He said he's not going to let him go. This dude is trying to hold on to the hitch while he's got his baby in the hand. So what do you think happens if he pulls off while you're in that position? If he pulls away, and by the way, he wouldn't even be wrong because that car is blocking his line of sight and a vision to you. So he could pull away swiftly and you're going to fall and drop that child if he does that. What? See, this dude is just impulsive. You can tell. And then he was talking about I only missed one payment. I only missed one payment. At least the other lady, she sounds like she missed a lot of payments, but she was owning it. And it just was what it was. Now, maybe if the repo person would have been there, she'd have been acting the same way. But, dude, one payment is all it takes. Can your job tell you, we're not going to be able to pay you this week? And then you be like, oh, we got a problem. I ain't coming to work. XYZ. Can they tell you, dude, why wouldn't you work, man? We only missed one payment. No. So keep that same energy. But this is outrageous. This dude must have lost his mind.
I'm going with you, bro. You ain't going. You're not leaving, bro. You ain't going nowhere. I'm not gonna let you take it. Nah, bro.
Look at
You
this
ain't going
dude.
nowhere, bro.
Look at this dude.
Give me my car back. Give my car back.
Look at this dude.
They're literally repoing my car and I missed one payment. That's so ridiculous. One payment.
Dude, that's negligence, and you need to be arrested for that. Especially the fact that this is on camera. Because you could have hurt that man. If this dude would have pulled off fast, he can't see you back there. He can't even hear you. You ain't even talking loud. If he would have pulled off swiftly and abruptly, y'all would have been messed up. Both of y'all.
So yesterday morning around 11 a.m. while I was doing orders, my car got repoed. Yes, you heard that correctly. While I was doing orders, while I was trying to make money in order to pay for my bills,
Ooh.
it got repoed. He knocked on my glass window. I'm just like, ugh, bright as raps. And I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. And for everybody that's going to come into my comments saying, oh, like, why aren't you applying for jobs and why aren't you working? My car is the main source of income that I have. That's what I use to make money. And I've been applying for jobs ever since I came down here, but it's like I've just been getting closed doors every single time. I even applied for a janitor position and they still denied me. So I don't want to hear that. Please spare me with that, because life happens. Okay, life happens. And if you're fortunate enough to not have been through this situation, amazing for you. But yeah.
Callie in the comments talking about some foul bankruptcy. They'll bring it back. And then Don responded, "You think you get a free car? You don't." And then Callie talking about, "Did I say it was free? They will bring it back." And she has 3 months to figure it out. And then someone said, "Figure it out. Y'all have zero planning and problem solving skills. You just think you can make random irrational decisions with zero consequences." Filter that as you may. But to tell somebody to file bankruptcy just to stall and get to keep their car for a little bit longer, and they're gonna have to move around with that on their record and on their reputation for years. Really? That's horrible advice. Y'all be giving each other horrible advice.
I have been through this situation, amazing for you. But yeah, and it just sucks because majority of my stuff is in the trunk of my car, and if I don't pay $1,660 in 9 days, they're gonna put my car up for auction. And I have two options. These are the only two options that I can think of, and I'm trying to explain on my own understanding. But one, I could somehow try to come up with this money. Don't know how I'm going to do that since I'm just refined to this room. But somehow I'll come up with that money before next week. Or two, I can go back to Georgia with no car and essentially start back over again, which is something that I don't want to do personally, because I just kind of feel like I'm backtracking. But at this point, you don't know, say I don't know what to do. So yeah, I'll take any advice, and I'll take the prayers, obviously. But yeah, your girl don't know what to do.
Option two. Go back to Georgia. Go back to your family. Go back to the nest. You tried it. You failed. I don't know why people, especially young ladies, just decide that they're just gonna up and leave their safety blanket, their safety net, but they're not really ready. And when I say ready, you're not really ready to really branch out there. You left without much preparation, is what it sounds like. Not much savings. Sounds like you didn't have a job lined up. You just decided you were gonna do Uber and DoorDash and all this type of stuff, gig jobs, in order to maintain your bills and expenses. What you found very quickly, because obviously you was working, doing the gig work, and it obviously wasn't enough to be able to maintain your payments on your on your car at least. Why did you leave the nest? Why? It's one thing if you live in a certain state, let's say Georgia, that's what she said, and then you decide, I'm gonna just go get my own apartment, but I'm still gonna stay in Georgia. You done left and went to another state. Now you getting your car repoed. All that's gonna stay on your record. You probably gonna have to break your lease. That's gonna be you ain't gonna pay what it costs to break the lease. So that's gonna be on your record in the form of you owing them. You just messing your life up. I don't know why you did this. And you moved to another state and didn't even have a job. Yeah. Whoever, I forget. Yeah. The person who said figure it out and that y'all make irrational decisions with zero and think there's going to be zero consequences. That's aging like wine, that comment. Because when I really think about it and reflect on it, he's absolutely right.
Control.
Absolutely right.
Y'all, I can't win for losing. So of course y'all know I moved from New.
His caption says one hurdle after the next. I'm tired, y'all. I feel like I can't take not one more setback. Well, we got a lot going on already.
Y'all, I can't win for losing. So of course y'all know I moved from New Orleans to Phoenix, and then now I moved from Phoenix to California. and I've been here about 3 weeks, almost a month. I had a situation where an employer scammed me and my coworkers into thinking we were going to get paid. But then, by the grace of God, I found a job. With that being said, my car note, I missed one payment, of course, with everything going on. And usually I'm used to car lenders giving you 60 to 90 days before your car begins to be repossessed. My car was repossessed yesterday, literally from my job, and they told me I was 41 days late. So I'm trying to figure that out now. Like, that's the biggest hurdle as of now. But it's like, damn, bitch, I can't win for losing. Y'all, I can't win for.
So you was trying to go 60 at the least. It's been 41 days since they ain't got no money, and you just think you just get to keep driving for 60 days for free, and then what? If you didn't have the money then, you ain't gonna be able to come. Because see, what he wants to start is the trend of this is he wants to start this trend right here. The trend that he's trying to start is he wants to be able to go 60 days behind, 60 to 90. If he can go 90, he'll do the 90, right? Get 90 days behind. Then when the rubber finally hits the road and it's like, oh yeah, we coming to get that car. Then what he wants to do is make 1 month payment, still be 60 days behind, and then probably get another 60 days behind on top. He wants to just continue to just let it build up to where ultimately he's keeping a little bit more money in his pocket while still being able to get full utility and functionality out the car. And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And I would argue, man, you didn't get a legitimate job. It sounds like he said he got scammed in his job. But this is why we got to try to understand, what are we attracting? I mean, what is that in your hair, dude? What's going on? Yeah. What type of job you thought you was going to get with that in your hair? It sounds like it. It sounds like you would have to get you know, an illegitimate job, something that wasn't really what it was. Because you didn't take the time to get a little bit of business about yourself. You need to cut that ish off. And yeah, you need to. The beads is crazy. I don't know why you did that, but yeah, you're going to continue to attract exactly what you're presenting and putting out to the world. So, if you want more legitimate, real opportunities, then you're going to have to look like a serious, legitimate candidate, in my opinion.
Boogies, guess what? Tomorrow is the 20th. Remember I told the people I was going to pay them $800?
Her caption says, I promise to pay $800 towards my Kia K4 tomorrow.
Boogies, guess what? Tomorrow is the 20th. Remember I told the people I was going to pay them $800? Well, let me tell you guys what ended up happening. And before we go any further, they always say, if you're going to continue to stress about it, why are you going to pray about it for in the first place? What you doing it for? You just wasting your breath and your time. Once you pray about it, you got to let it go. Oh, I so badly wanted that woman to see my video. Anyway, I talked to my car people today. And that car payment got deferred. Yep. Because we got to do all 2026 until we catch up. So.
She said, once you pray about it, you got to let it go. Once you pray about it, you got to get to work. You got to show the faith, which means you're going to work. You're going to move through the fog. Even though you can't see what's in front of you, what's coming, you're going to move like you know what's coming.
Because we got to do all 2026 until we catch up. So with that being said, y'all, I don't have to worry about that $800 payment tomorrow. However, what I still want to do is reach my goal of 10K so that I can be monetized. Me being monetized on this app, doing what I love, which is creating content about my family and my lifestyle and the things that I love to do, will grant
the extra money a month to be able to keep up with my car payment until I'm able to fix my credit and get it lowered. If you with me, drop a heart, drop something in the comment section, repost this video because I'm still on this journey.
Ma'am, how do you know that? How do you know that that's going to get you the extra money a month? What are you going off of? You just assuming. You don't have the experience to get monetized to know what type of money and revenue you'll be able to generate once you get monetized. Most people, when they get monetized, because that's also an assumption that you're going to just continue to grow. In most cases, when people get monetized, things stay pretty flat. And I'm talking about you might work a whole month and get a $4 check. So that's why I'm trying to understand, where did you get that information that you're just going to get monetized, especially when you're having to ask people, you're having to basically plead and beg people to subscribe to you to get you monetized, just so that you can take care of yourself. They're basically subscribing to you because they feel bad for you. Those probably aren't going to be high quality, engaged viewers, because they just did it because you dang near guilt tripped them into it. So I'm just trying to understand where you got the idea that you just get monetized and all of a sudden you're going to be making enough to where you no longer are going to be struggling. I don't know if this is, people keep thinking that social media is the solution. It can be a possible solution, but from my experience, man, you're not going to get the easy thing. It's kind of like that attraction that I was just talking about. Things not going to be attracted to you. Things not going to start being easier until you do the thing you kept avoiding, and until you just eat crow and just do the hard thing and become the person. Then all of a sudden, maybe opportunities and things will be attracted to you. But I I very rarely see things just work out where it's that easy, and where just you just get all your problems solved and you think you got all the answers. You think you got all the answers, but yet it's something you've never even explored or experienced.
Something in the comment section, repost this video because I'm still on this journey. I want to be able to make a full payment for the month of June without any hassle. I know that I'll be able to because I'm a hustler at heart and I have the support that I need, but I want to be able to do this by pushing my content. I want my content to pay for my car note. So if you with me, do your big one. I'm gonna do my big one too. And if you was one of them people who was encouraging me, I thank you so much. Y'all the real MVPs, for real. Y'all for real the MVPs. I love it real bad. We locked in now.
Ma'am, you gotta treat this the same way. Here's the thing. You don't build your lifestyle around unpredictable, volatile revenue streams. Here's what I mean. If content brings in some money, then that's a great blessing. That's real cool. But the way that your life needs to be designed off of the consistent income that you can expect. And again, you've never even made money off social media. You're not monetized to this point. So you can't be factoring that into your strategy. But ultimately, if you can't afford that car, ma'am, you should have never bought that car. Whatever the money is that you have coming in from your job and probably other sources, because people be getting child support, all type of stuff. Whatever money you have coming in that you can consistently and reliably depend on, that is what you use, and and that is what you strategize your life around. You don't take into account this extra money over here that might I add you haven't even started making yet, that you don't even know what it's going to be. No, ma'am. You find a way to live off what you're earning or you drop the social media and you go find another consistent revenue stream, preferably in the realm of a part-time job, and then that's how you can dependably know that you'll be able to take care of all your responsibilities. If you decide to live above your means, then what that's supposed to be an indication of is that you just got to work harder. And by work harder, that means you're going to have to get another job.
They are literally repoing my freaking car. Like, are you kidding me right now? So I had gotten a letter from food stamps saying that I owed them over $12,000, and now they came and repoed my freaking car. I had made a video talking about how I drive a BMW and I am on food stamps. I get help from the government. I get cash assistance, I get child support, all the good stuff. They had sent me a letter saying I owed them some money, but I didn't think that they were going to come and take my car. They didn't give me a notice. They didn't even knock on the door. I look outside and I see that they're taking it. And I went and I asked the tow truck driver, I'm like, what's going on? He said, all I know, it's about a debt that you know that you had that obviously you're not paying. I'm like, I literally just got the letter. I held a fundraiser, trying to get money to pay this off. Granted, I used the money that I made on the fundraiser for myself, but I'm still gonna pay it one way or another. So apparently, the people on the internet did their thing again, reported me and the car that I drive, and now they came and took it. And now I don't have a car. So I don't know. They are literally repoing my.
Your path to the life that you want will not be linear.
The caption says, "The things I wish I did when my car was getting repossessed. The 3 things you can do right now." Hopefully we can start to get some some logic and some reasonableness in this video. I'm counting on you, Mel.
Our seasons ebb and flow for a purpose. The other day, I was thinking about the season of my life where I felt probably at my lowest, one of my lowest seasons, when I was using my mom's third bedroom as a makeshift office and I had rearranged the furniture so that I could face the window that was facing the driveway because I was so behind on my car payments that I was keeping an eye on my truck
Hmm.
because the bank said they were considering coming to get it. And when I told my mentor that, he was like, Kendra, what was your plan? What were you going to do?
That's what I was
I was like,
thinking.
I don't know. I didn't have a plan. I was going to jump on the car. I was going to jump in the car. I don't know, lay down in front of the tow truck. I don't know what I was going to do. I didn't have a plan. But in my mind, if I kept my eyes on my car, it wasn't going to go anywhere or I was going to get ahead of it, something. And now knowing what I know about the power of the mind, focus, manifestation, all the things, me being so locked in on the car, me being so locked in on the problem and the possibility of them coming to get it was only calling that in, was only attracting that. And so now when I go through challenges, I ask myself, what would it mean for me to focus on what I want to happen? What would it mean for me to keep my eyes on the faith, on the promise, on what I want the desired outcome to be instead of let me look at this problem until the bad thing happens. And they're going to be seasons of uncertainty. You are going to go through changes, reorgs, layoffs, times where you are questioning if this promise, if this vision that you have on your heart is real and if you should keep going. And I just want to be here to encourage you that yes, keep going. That is the cost of where you are going. If you can withstand and persevere these seasons of
Here's the thing, this whole attraction and all this type of stuff, when I see that thing, the affirmations and all that, it's good. I think the main focus and the design of those things is just to be able to put you in the right state so that you can make sure that you're going at things and going at opportunities and giving yourself the best shot. Aside from that, I really just feel like your outcomes are going to be tied to what you do. And I think now moving ever now more than ever, the way to win right now in this society is really just consistency. consistency and progress. Those two things together are going to be the key moving forward. And here's what I mean. You have to be, it's funny, we watch all these things when it comes to repos and evictions. And it's like, you got to pay. It's like, if you don't pay your rent or if you don't pay your note, then it gets taken. And that's actually true with everything in life. Everything in life. If I don't pay my rent or my note on this YouTube channel, it'll be taken. It will go down to zero eventually. And pretty quickly if I don't put into it every day. If I don't pay my rent or my note on my physical body, it will get out of shape very quickly. Just like anybody. And by the way, if you're out of shape, your body's not going to get built in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. You have to just be consistent and you just have to focus on progress. And then eventually it'll get there. That's the way everything is now in this life. You have to design your life around consistency and progress. So you need to be consistently saving. You want to consistently, because you're not going to get rich in a day. The tax system isn't even designed for that. Honestly, it's very hard to be able to actually be abundant in life starting at zero. Most people are carrying on legacies. A lot of times when things get passed down in form of inheritance and all that type of stuff, it's not taxed. But to start from zero, to start from nothing, and to try to find a way to actually have tax-free cleared money is very difficult. It's very difficult. And to build something substantial. And so you just have to design your life around progress. Listen, even if you make 50 grand a month, I know that sounds astronomical to people, but I'm just saying, even if you make 50 grand a month, maybe you should just have progress. Just maybe save 15% of that. Just have a rule, save 15% of whatever you earn. And then you can still live your best life and go, ball till you fall. But I think moving forward, even with knowledge education, because society is ever evolving. Now, you have to stay up on things. You have to listen. You can very well predict by next year, if you don't stay on top of things and just continue to progress and stay on the cutting edge, you will get antiquated very fast. We had Claude introduced recently, and now we're looking at potential ways you can automate. And when I say automate, I'm not talking about machine automation. I'm talking about automations through AI. There's so much going on, and you just have to progress towards these things every day. You just have to put a little drop in the bucket every day. And I think that's kind of where society's moving, and those are the people who are going to be the most successful. I used to be the king of short bursts. And by short bursts, I mean I could work at an extremely high rate or an extremely intense rate for short durations. It's the same philosophy, like I said. You go to the gym, I could put in a crazy workout in a day. But I realize that's not the most effective thing. Especially, like I said, the way that life is moving right now. Right now, it's just about progressive consistency. And that means also conserving your energy and just doing what you got to do sometimes. You don't always have to go over and beyond, but it's going to be consistency moving forward. You're going to have to be consistent at whatever you do. You're going to have to make sure you're paying those rent payments, like I said, on multiple different things. And that's going to also be the best way to diversify. A lot of people like to go very deep in on one thing, and the way society's moving, it's so unpredictable. You just have to be steadily consistent in a lot of different areas, in order to hedge and protect yourself against the volatility. So that's my 2 cents. Y'all, we'll leave it there for today, though. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I am a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype is designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice if you want to hype to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And then also, if you want to become a member of the channel as well, the join button's on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments where it would show that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, the join button's on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.